Hola! In this video, I will attempt to provide some details because it is crucial to understand what is the Great Reset, because it is almost here and it will affect us all in ways we can't even begin to imagine. Hola from Colombia. With the present great world confusion, I wish to do my part to accelerate the evolution of human consciousness. Please help by subscribing and sharing these videos. Thank you. The practical aim of the Great Reset is to fundamentally restructure the world's economy and geopolitical relations based on two assumptions. One, every element of nature and every life form is a part of the global inventory and is managed by the allegedly benevolent state owned by several super wealthy people via technology. Number two, all inventory needs to be strictly accounted for, be registered in a central blockchain database, and managed by AI. I don't know about you, but this does not produce a nice emotional response in me. Who are these alleged benevolent wealthy people that are wanting to control everything on this planet, which was created for all humanity equally? Before managing to do this, all areas of life need to be disrupted, and it starts with changing the way we think of ourselves. Agenda 2030 is a benchmark year and most definitely not the end. The sustainability language is an important pillar of the Great Reset marketing kit. It was created as a part of various United Nations propaganda, such as Agenda 21 and Agenda 2030. So, what is the best way to get the population to cooperate with this reform? Because it must start with the complete destruction of the old system in order to rebuild from scratch again, from zero. How do you retain people? What is the best way of making the population cooperate with this very strange reform? With fear and stress. Because promises of pleasure are not enough for such a massive shift. If we measure fear and stress since the beginning of 2020, we are at 1 out of 10 of where we're going to go. Therefore, once everything is inventoried in a new economy, the nation's resources could be the basis for the new monetary system issued, like gold-backed and natural resource-backed central bank digital currencies. If you're a student of history, you know that every 400 years we go through the same type of changes. The economy collapses, causing population migration and food price increases due to limited availability of food. The fabric of society unwinds for quite some time and then it is restructured. Humanity has lived 7 major cycles, and according to Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, this particular cycle is the last cycle. Humanity will not restructure this time around because humanity is now ready for the evolutionary leap into something else, a divine species. The cornerstone of this particular cycle is the normal person's ability to access food. The elite has succeeded at destroying the livelihoods of many independent farmers and completely disturbed the traditional food supply chains. The LIBOR is coming to an end and will be replaced by the SOFR. We need to start with the ISDA, International Swaps and Derivatives Association. The ISDA is hugely inefficient and costly because you can't put the automated banking solutions in there. There are huge bottlenecks at the moment. What they want to do is to break down that system completely in order to come up with the once-in-a-generation opportunity to restructure the foundations of the market with blockchain and distributed ledger technology running off RippleNet. The LIBOR, the London Interbank Offered Rate, was launched by the British Bankers Association in 1986, and it underpins at least 300 trillion of financial contracts, and it could be as high as 780 trillion, including derivatives, bonds, and loans. LIBOR is expected to be phased out by the end of 2021 with far-reaching consequences. Chaos will start ripping through the planet. An alternative will be needed. They will have to switch systems. Two examples are the Secured Overnight Financial Rate, SOFR, a rate that banks use to price US dollar denominated derivatives and loans, and the Sterling Index Average, SONIA, the overnight interest rate paid by banks for unsecured transactions in the British sterling market. This will all happen no later than the end of 2021. The complexity of the transition is likely to lead to a range of challenges, especially trying to ensure that the legacy exposure of $780 trillion is minimized in a single day without going haywire. A smooth transition is virtually impossible. Wearing a mask is one thing. However, losing all your life savings is a very different thing. It is all about the fear. The DLT, distributed ledger technology, this new payment demands to be seamless, real-time, certain, and cost-effective across all nations of this planet and integrated into a global system. This is very close to the one global currency. It is all about access to on-demand liquidity through digital assets so that there will never be another restraint of the system, locking up the overnight lending rate as it did, crashing the system from September to December 2019. This is the reason the economy is being locked down right now. It is to hide what happened from September to December 2019. RippleNet Advantage seems to solve all the problems. Decentralized infrastructure, modernized messaging, liquidity solutions. 3 seconds to send the payment, 0% failure rate, and $0 in pre-funding brought to you by RippleNet and the Bank of International Settlements, the IMF, International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. They are all just there for you because they love you so much. In reality, they will simply control everything, and you will lose all your life savings. This is all starting on January 25th, 2021. I trust you got something out of this video. Thank you for watching. Please act before it is too late and make the choice between listening to your ego-mendacious mind and the external authorities or listening to your soul, the internal authority. I consult and offer tools so that you can find your individual solution by making contact with your soul. You can then evolve in consciousness more effectively. Infinite love.